Hey warriors, welcome back to the channel. Power doesn't begin with money, fame, or social status. It begins in the mind. Look around you. The world worships empty crowns, designer suits, luxury cars, online followers, but beneath the surface, most people are mentally fragile. One insult breaks them. One failure destroys their confidence. One rejection makes them question their worth. They've built empires on sand because they've ignored the foundation of all power, the mind. Machiavelli understood this truth centuries ago. He said that the one who cannot control his own mind will forever be controlled by others. That's why the real battlefield of life isn't fought in boardrooms or on the streets. It's fought inside your head. And those who win that battle, those who conquer their emotions, silence their doubts and master their thoughts, they rule without a crown. Today you're going to learn 10 dark lessons that will make you mentally dangerous. These are not feel-good lessons. They're not about comfort or peace or positivity. They're about control, dominance, and unshakable mental strength. The kind of mindset that makes you impossible to manipulate, impossible to read, and impossible to break. Because the truth is, in this world, people are either predators or prey. The strong control the weak. The disciplined control the impulsive, and the calm control the chaotic. But what schools, society, and even your parents never taught you is that power is born in thinking differently. Not louder, not richer. Different. Most people live on autopilot. They react, they repeat, they survive. But the rare ones, the dangerous ones, they observe, they analyze, they move with intention. They don't rush, they don't panic, they don't explain themselves. They are the predators of reality. 1. Mental power over external power. External power impresses. Internal power controls. You've met people who appear successful. Expensive car, expensive watch, expensive insecurities. The moment someone disrespects them, they collapse. Why? Because their power was built on symbols, not on self-command. Meanwhile, the most dangerous person in the room is the one who remains calm in chaos. He speaks softly because he doesn't need volume. He walks slowly because he doesn't need to rush. He knows something the others don't. A mind that is mastered becomes a weapon. A mind that is unmastered becomes a cage. Machiavelli wrote that fortune controls half our life, but the other half belongs to our mind. Most people surrender both halves, but not you. You're here because you sense there's something more than motivation quotes and empty positivity. There's structure, a strategy to becoming mentally powerful. And it begins with this rule. Power is not given, it is accumulated. Every moment of discipline deposits into that account. 2. Emotional detachment. Emotional people are easy to manipulate. Emotional people are predictable. When someone controls your reaction, they control you. Detachment is not coldness. Detachment is clarity. Imagine 2 men walking into a negotiation. One reacts emotionally to every word. He loses. The other listens, analyzes, waits. He wins. Detachment lets you see the board instead of being a piece on it. You stop thinking, why did this happen to me? And start thinking, how can this benefit me? That shift turns pain into leverage. When someone tries to provoke you and you stay silent, they don't know if you are weak, confident, or about to strike. Uncertainty makes people fear you. When you control your emotions, you control the emotional climate of the room. That is power. 3. Breaking the chains of approval. Validation is the leash that controls billions of people. They want to be liked, you want to be respected. There's a huge difference. Approval seekers are predictable. They avoid conflict. They say yes when they should say no. They apologize for existing. But those who build power know something. Respect is not requested. Respect is enforced. You stop chasing acceptance when you realize most people are terrified of being disliked. They have never truly lived free. Freedom begins the moment you stop asking permission. 4. Predator versus prey mindset. The predator moves through life like a chess master, silent, observant, calculated. He waits, he strikes once, and ends the game. The prey hesitates, the prey doubts, the prey seeks permission. Predators don't chase, predators attract. You don't reveal your plans, you don't reveal your weaknesses, you don't even reveal your ambition. You move like water, calm on the surface, unstoppable underneath. A predator doesn't show his capability, he shows results. 5. Psychological disguise. Powerful people are unreadable. The weak expose everything, their dreams, their pain, their emotions, their insecurities, because they want to be understood. You want to be misunderstood. You want people to guess what you are thinking. You want them slightly unsure of your intentions. That uncertainty becomes your power. Machiavelli said rulers must appear virtuous while acting strategically. Appearing harmless makes your power more lethal. You don't roar, you whisper. You let others underestimate you until it is too late. 6. Invisible power. There are two kinds of power: the power that is seen and the power that is felt. The first is loud, flexing, posing, bragging. People instinctively adjust their tone, their posture, their behavior without knowing why. That's because invisible power is not based on appearance, it's based on inner certainty. When others feel your presence without your effort, you have reached true power. 7. Self-mastery before world mastery. You cannot rule anything you cannot control within yourself. If anger controls you, someone will use anger to manipulate you. If lust controls you, someone will use desire to bait you. If comfort controls you, someone will buy your loyalty cheaply. Self-mastery is the highest currency. It gives you consistency. Consistency builds reliability. Reliability builds influence, and influence builds power. He who controls himself cannot be controlled by others. 8. Build a mental fortress. Your mind is your kingdom, and you must defend it like a fortress. Not every opinion deserves entry. Not every conflict deserves your reaction. Not every person deserves access to you. Protect your focus like royalty protects the crown, because the world's greatest thieves do not steal money, they steal attention. When you learn to ignore what is beneath you, you rise above everything that once held you down. Silence becomes your armor, stillness becomes your shield. 9. Rule without a crown. Authority is not a title, it is a presence. There are people with positions who command nothing, and there are people with no title, yet they command everything, because power is not what you show. Power is what others feel. You don't need to announce you're in control. You don't need to state your dominance. Your energy speaks louder than your words. 10. The Machiavellian mindset. The Machiavellian doesn't try to win people, he wins situations. He doesn't seek power, he becomes power. He sees the world as it is, unfair, competitive, driven by leverage and psychology. Most people wait for the world to treat them right. The Machiavellian treats reality as a chessboard. He adapts like water, he strikes like lightning, he remains unmoved by chaos. The one who owns his mind becomes ungovernable. You are no longer ruled by emotion, you are no longer seeking approval, you are no longer prey. You are building something rarer than power. You are building unshakable inner authority. Once you master your mind, the world cannot touch you. My mind rules everything.